46 local high schools compete in a tournament of knowledge for a trip to Europe on this year's hottest game show, Bay Area Quiz Kids. Brought to you by SBC, Oracle, the San Mateo Credit Union, and Samtrans. And now, the best host on the West Coast, the one, the only, Brad Friedman.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Quiz Kids. I think we're in our third round, and I know that we're working to mold our Elite Eight. Both teams are welcomed back here after winning a couple of games. They're great. They share more than just a name. They share skill. But let's introduce them now. Over here we have the Menlo Atherton Bears. And over here we have the Menlo School Knights. So it's Menlo versus Menlo. Who will earn a place in our Elite Eight? Let's find out now as we begin with our collaboration round. Gentlemen, you know, of course, how to play, but I'll remind our audience that you will be playing in this first round as a team. I will ask your team a 10-point question, give you a few seconds to collaborate, and then ask Benj or Chris, your captain, to give me the answer you think is correct. Give me the right answer, you'll score the points. If you give me the wrong answer, the other team will be allowed to collaborate and possibly steal those points away. We'll go back and forth, question by question, until the buzzer signals the end of the first round, okay? Good luck to both teams. Menlo Atherton, you get the first question. The main character's best friend, Spiros Antonopoulos, is sent to an insane asylum early in the story. The rest of the novel concerns the main character's interactions with Mick Kelly, Jake Blount, Biff Brannon, and Dr. Benedict Copeland. What book by Carson McCullers concerns the encounters of John Singer, a deaf-mute living in Georgia?
Sorry.
Don't know? You could steal, gentlemen.
No idea.
It's a lovely book called The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. It was used in Egyptian burial cloths as well as in Charlemagne's tablecloth. Let me make sure I say this right. Chrysotile, amosite, and crocodilite are the white, brown, and blue varieties, respectively, of what fibrous group of minerals whose natural resistance to fire has long been exploited throughout history and is now known for its carcinogenic effects?
Asbestos?
That is right for 10 points. Perhaps 80,000 votes were initially thrown away to prevent its election, but when protesters took to the streets, the opposition agreed to allow René Préval to win election in what poorest Western Hemisphere island nation?
Haiti?
Correct for 10 points. Knights. The initial list of them was only 14, but they numbered 57 by the time they were first awarded. The list has grown to as many as 140, and as of this year, 121 are available for award at a Court of Honor ceremony. What are these tokens of accomplishment given by the Boy Scouts of America?
Medal of Honor? I don't know.
No, I'm sorry, Chris, you can steal.
Merit badges?
You stole it, merit badges. Bears. It first opened its doors in 1876 downtown, but its main campus is now in an area called Homewood in North Baltimore. What is this private research university in Maryland, the first university to grant doctoral degrees and famous for its medical school?
Johns Hopkins.
That is right, Johns Hopkins University. Okay, I have a math question for you. Rob takes his date out for dinner and gets a bill of $96, including tax. In Priceyville, California, where the restaurant is, the sales tax rate is 20%. And since Rob is on a date, he wants to leave a 20% tip also, but he knows to leave his tip on the subtotal before tax. What is the total amount, including tip, that Rob will leave?
$104.40.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can steal.
$104?
No, it's $112. You guys need to leave a better tip.
I'm sorry.
Two circles are concentric, with the inner circle having diameter of 6 and the outer circle having diameter of 12. In terms of pi square units, what is the area between the two circles?
144 minus 36, which is going to be 108 pi.
108 pi?
No, I'm sorry, Benj. You guys can steal this time.
We got the same thing.
It's 27 pi. Next question. Its title comes from Exodus 2:22 and tells the story of Valentine Michael Smith, a human raised by Martians on Mars. What is this famous Robert Heinlein novel that influenced late 1960s counterculture?
Stranger in a Strange Land.
That is right for 10 points. That signals the end of the round. Let's look at the score. We have 20 for Menlo, and Menlo Atherton's in the lead with 30 points. We will come right back and meet our teams after these messages. Oh, hi. I'm sorry, I was just waving to Mariah Carey and Eminem, who are sitting in our studio audience, as they often do. If you would like to meet them and join us in the fun here at Quiz Kids, give us a call at 650-637-1936. We'll send you tickets the same way we sent Mariah. You go, girl. All right. Welcome back, Bears and Benj Fried. How are you?
Good, how about you?
Good. You have already got some really exciting plans for spring break, which of course is over, but that's the miracle of taping a show. So we're going to talk about the spring break you went on, but you haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
And that is New York City.
Yeah.
I think that's fun. So what are you going to do when you're in New York?
See some plays, go to some museums, have fun.
What's your favorite museum? Have you been to New York before?
Yeah. I really want to go to the Modern Museum, see
Yeah.
Van Gogh.
Yeah, good for you. We'll have a great time. Tom Kozlowski,
Yep.
you were telling us that before things got a little too busy for you at MA, you were on the football team.
Yes, I was.
What did you play?
I was a starting center.
Starting center. Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
But you gave it up.
Yeah, I couldn't handle the classes and football also.
Sure.
This year.
So what do you do to get that aggression out?
Well, I played
Tell
badminton.
us. You play badminton. Yeah, that sounds like, that's great. No, you know, badminton is, yeah, that's great. Good for you. Robbie Eaton.
How are you doing, Brad?
I'm doing good, Robbie. I asked you for an interesting fact, and you told me a very unusual thing, that you're going to a Latin convention. When is the convention? This summer?
No, it's actually in the spring.
In the spring, okay. And you are, for this convention, building a trebuchet.
Yes, it's a large-scale trebuchet that's going to have. Trebuchet is basically a catapult that,
Yeah.
that instead of using springs or twisted rope like a lot of them did,
Yeah.
It's essentially a big seesaw that has a lot of weight on one side and
And a weapon on the other, and
Yes,
you
and it-
fling the weapon. Yeah, I saw that in Ivanhoe. And everyone in the Latin group is building trebuchets. I want to know what you people do at these conventions.
Well, it's a lot of it is academic. We have academic tests, but we also
Uh-huh.
have sports tests for like the Olympics they used to have, and we also have engineering contests like this. There's also a chariot contest, but I'm really looking forward to the trebuchet, building a trebuchet.
I wish you the very best. I hope yours goes the farthest. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Sue Caton. And we say hello to the Menlo Knights. I'm taking none of you are Boy Scouts?
No.
Yeah, oh.
You are?
Colin. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Chris Rollins, you're a senior, and you know that you've gotten into USC, and unless something unbelievable happens, that's probably where you're going to go, huh?
Well, no, I mean, that's just the first place I've gotten into. I'm waiting to hear from other places, but that would be a great place to go.
You changed your answer.
Did I?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
but that's okay. I can roll with the punches. Well, that's a great first start. Where else are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for Stanford and Brown University and University of Chicago.
I think it's important to find out what these people think of you before you make that final decision. So good luck. I hope you get into all of them and then you have a really hard day. Elliot Starr, Elliot, you just got scuba diving certified.
Yep.
Congratulations. And this is kind of an interesting day for you. You were in Hawaii with your dad.
Yep.
And you get certified and you come out of the water, and what do you find out?
Well, we didn't find out right when we get out of the water, but we found out later that the same beach that we went in the same area we dove, someone had died and then gotten eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
It was kind of confusing, especially because the dive we did was with sharks, and they weren't big ones, but it was sort of interesting.
The baby shark dive sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that's not going to, stop you from having oodles of fun under the water. So enjoy yourself and congratulations. Colin Etnire.
Hi.
Scout.
Ashamed Scout.
Ashamed scout, right. How many, just for fun, how many merit badges have you earned?
26.
26.
I think. Check me, but yes, around there.
Baseball season is starting right now, and right after Quiz Kids, you're going off to a doubleheader.
Yes, I am.
And you're playing either.
Sacred Heart and Sequoia.
You're playing two different teams, and you'll either be center field or shortstop, depending on who's playing what. Well, I wish you the very best. You don't say break a leg, so just have a good game.
I will.
Or two. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Richard Steinberg. And would you put your hands together for our mighty judge, Mr. Frank Saboti. We shall return with more Quiz Kids. Don't go away. Let's play the lightning round. Okay, your hands are on your buzzers like so, and as I ask the questions, the first person to buzz in gets to answer for their team. Give me the right answer, you'll score 10 points. If you give me an incorrect answer, the other team will be allowed to collaborate and answer the question. If they get it right, they will steal those points away from you. If you buzz in before I complete the question, you will have to answer with the information you've heard thus far, and if you give me the wrong answer, I will complete the question for the other team. The score is 30-20. It's close. Good luck to both Menlo Atherton and Menlo School. Here's your first question. The active ingredient in erythrolitmin, extracted from lichens and made into a water-soluble dye. That is the active ingredient, erythrolitmin. What is this method of pH indication? Yes, Tom.
Litmus paper?
It is a litmus test, yes. It was first announced by Phil Simms, the New York Giants quarterback, after his team defeated the Broncos in January. Yes, Tom.
I'm going to Disney World.
I will accept that, yes. Their first ones were put in the Superior Hotel in Iron Mountain, Montana in 1900. Yes, Elliot.
Gideon Bibles?
May I accept that? Yes, I will. Franz von Soxhlet was the first to suggest that it be applied to milk, and there are two widely used methods. High temperature short. Yes, Tom.
Pasteurization?
Correct. Its name is probably a corruption of Uz, the homeland of Job in the Old Testament. Some think it was a few letters that Baum saw on a file cabinet. What is its imaginary land, Tom?
Oz.
Correct. Former Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis cleared the names of this duo 50 years after their 1927 Tom.
Sacco and Vanzetti?
Yes. Anyone else can jump in, it's fine.
I had that.
Yeah, good for you. Rick Tochet, or Tochet, and the wife of what? Tom.
Wayne Gretzky.
Well, you knew. Well, thank you. This river's name translated into a Swiss dialect of German would be rotten, but in English it would better translate as Chris.
Rhone?
The Rhone, that is correct. It was based on the murder of the pregnant Grace Brown by her boyfriend, social climber Chester Gillette, at Big Moose Lake in the Adirondacks in 1906. What is this 1925 novel by Theodore Dreiser that tackles the themes of religion and capital punishment? Yeah, we don't read that one anymore. An American Tragedy. In Navajo, it means soggy shrub, and in Apache, it means white shirt. Tom?
Kimosabe?
Correct. In a religious context, it can refer to an archbishop who has ceremonial precedence over the other bishops in his province. What is this biological order that contains all lemurs, apes, monkeys, and humans? Primates. She was executed at Fotheringay Castle on suspicion of having been involved in the Babington plot to murder her cousin, Queen Elizabeth I. Who was this daughter of James V and Marie de Guise, who succeeded her father and whose son succeeded both herself and Elizabeth? Tom.
Mary, Queen of Scots.
Correct. It is used as a raw material for producing vitamin D3 or in medicinal ointments like chapstick. What substance, sometimes called wool fat or wool wax, is secreted from the glands of sheep? Benj.
Vaseline?
No, I'm sorry. You guys can steal.
Flax.
Lanolin.
Okay.
Created by Bungie Studios and first released in Yes, Elliot.
Halo.
That is right. It was led by Skookum Jim Mason and was centered on Dawson City around 1896. What was this frenzy of immigration in... Yes, Chris.
The gold rush?
I'm sorry, I need more.
The Nevada gold rush?
No. What was this frenzy of immigration and prospecting along a namesake river in the Yukon Territory in Canada?
Yeah. Klondike.
Klondike?
Yes, Klondike Gold.
Klondike Gold Rush.
That is right. Portia Simpson Miller was recently elected head of the People's National Party and will replace Percival Patterson and become the first woman prime minister of what country, whose capital is Kingston? Tom.
Jamaica.
Right. The author's real-life stutter is manifested in the clubfoot of his main character, Philip Carey. What is a semi-autobiographical novel by Yes, Tom.
My Left Foot.
No. What is a semi-autobiographical novel by Somerset Maugham that concerns Philip's interactions with Mildred and Nora?
No idea.
Yeah, it's on the library near American Tragedy. It's called Of Human Bondage. That's the end of the round. Let's look at the score. Well, Menlo has 50. Menlo Atherton has a sizable lead with 130 points. We'll return with the final round after these words. Let's play the Extreme Lightning Round. Point values are doubled. Play stays the same. Good luck, gentlemen. This term can apply to a literary and philosophical movement that included Margaret Fuller, Henry David Thoreau, and Ralph Waldo. Yes, Chris?
Transcendentalists.
That's right. Episodes of this TV series were run in Ceausescu's Romania to try to convince people that capitalism was corrupt and decadent, but it backfired. And later, a Texas theme park was created to celebrate its role in bringing down communism. What was this series starring Larry Hagman as oilman J.R. Ewing? Tom?
Dallas.
That's right. They are pressurized with carbon dioxide gas at about 600 psi, and contrary to popular belief, eating them while drinking cola would... Tom?
Pop Rocks.
Yes. We'd like you to check that out. Test that for us right now. Aristarchus, a Greek mathematician, was the first person on record to suggest this. However, his ideas were subordinated to those of Aristotle and Ptolemy for 2,000 years. Benj.
Sun-centered universe? Or...
No? Okay. What is this theory later promoted by Copernicus that the sun is the center of our solar system? We're looking for the name.
Heliocentric universe.
That is correct. Some of the most popular of these include the Musée Conti in New Orleans and the Musée Grévin in Paris. What are these collections, the most famous of which may be Madame Tussauds exhibition? Elliot.
Wax museums.
Right. Meaning to speak publicly as a literary form, it has appeared in the Bible. Yes?
Rhetoric?
Say again?
Rhetoric?
No, I'm sorry, Colin. It has appeared in the Bible, in modern times in works such as The Lord of the Flies and Animal Farm, and famously in Book 7 of Plato's Republic. What is this 8-letter term that is a figurative mode of representation in which a meaning beyond the literal is expressed?
Metaphor. No, metaphor.
Okay, metaphor.
Allegory. Yeah, I love watching teams do that. One definition of it is a unit of geologic time equal to 1 billion years, though it is rarely used this way. Chris?
Eon.
Right. A goal may not be scored directly from it. Both feet must... Elliot?
Indirect kick.
No. Both feet must be on the ground and behind the touchline when it takes place. Both hands must be used to direct the ball. This is what method of restarting play in soccer that is awarded to a team whose opponent touches the ball over the touchline, but not an end line?
Throw-in.
That is correct. In its purest form, it is corrosive and irritating to the eyes, though it has been used throughout history to make pigments and even syrup. What is this chemical compound, the primary ingredient in vinegar? acetic acid? It came to light on November 3rd, 1986, when the Lebanese magazine Ash-Shira exposed the arrangement and was compounded when Oliver North.
Iran-Contra.
That is right. The R plus M over 2 method displayed on a pump is an average of the research and motor numbers respectively. What is this measure indicative of a fuel's tendency to auto-ignite and thus cause engine knock, which is typically available in 87, 89, and 91 ratings? Robbie.
Octane.
Correct. At the closing ceremonies on February 26th, the Olympic torch was passed to Sam Sullivan, the mayor of what? Yes, Tom.
It's the mayor of Vancouver, Canada.
That is right. Founded in 1984, its touring troops include Dralion, Corteo, Elliot.
Cirque du Soleil.
Right. It is held in some cities in southern France, such as Bayonne, though it most take place in Spain. What event, also called Elliot?
Bull running.
That is right. A system of shock absorbers and supports that connect a vehicle to its wheels. Tom.
Suspension.
Right. In England, they are called identity parades. What is the process by which a victim seeks to identify a perpetrator by selecting
A lineup.
That is right. References to this phenomenon can be found in the writings of Caesar, Magellan, and in Moby Dick. What is this blue-white bioluminescent discharge? Robbie.
St. Elmo's fire.
Right. That's the end of the game. Let's look at the score. 210 to 270. Menlo Atherton wins the game. Menlo, you played very well. I wish you all the best. You may come back as a wild card. We'll see. You will definitely be coming back to be part of our Elite Eight. We'll see you guys next time. We'll see you next week. Join us. Be sure you watch Quiz Kids. We're getting close to the final round. Bye-bye.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible: SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, Oracle, and Samtrans. Tournament champions will win an all-expense-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS. Additional support provided by these Bay Area newspapers: the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry and the Knights Templar.